1986 Porsche 944. It's a 2.5 engined automatic, this one. 2.5 automatic in Guards red. All nice and red. Sometimes the cameras pick them up as a little bit pink, but this one is definitely red. It's definitely shiny. Bodywork wise, we'll start off the bonnet, work our way around through the interior, and we'll do a engine startup, cold startup. Up the bonnet, nice and straight and tidy up both sides. Across that front edge of the bonnet, no stone chips, no rust blebs, all lovely and presentable on there. The odd very, very, very light sponge scratch, as we call them, where they've been washed over the years. As you come down onto the nose cone, a few little stone chips across the front edge there, and a few little bits in the paint here around the badge. Headlights are all crack-free and chip-free around the edges. No big stone chips or rust on there. As you come down the bumper onto the left-hand side and wing, we're all nice and tidy across there. No scuffs in that or scrapes on the bumper corner. A few little stone chips again across the bumper, but nothing that really to worry about there at all. All the lenses are nice and clear on the front. That lower valance is lovely as well. Like I say, a few little stone chips, but that's it. As you come round the right-hand side onto the driver's front wing, again, a few little stone chips on the front of the wing. Up the wing, top's lovely and straight. Swage lines are all good. There's no big dings or dents again. Few very light sponge scratches in that there. And a little bit of a hand polish will sort most of those out. Two little marks down here on the front wing. See that there? As you come around the rest of the arch, no visible rust coming through. All nice and straight and tidy. Stone guard is in the right place. It's not halfway up the doors. All nice and straight across the rest of the driver's wing. Nice wheels and tyres on there. The wheels are all unmarked all the way around. As we go across the lower end of the sill, you can see all nice and tidy as you come up the driver's door. All the rub strips are matching. There's no scuffs or scrapes on those. No big dents. Lovely and straight down the driver's door. Go down the door top. No corrosion along the top of the door and nothing around the wing mirror. Wing mirror cap's nice as well. A few little stone chips, but no scuffs or scrapes on the wing mirror cap. Lower half of the door again, nice and tidy. You'll see there's a few little bits of polish, but that's all to worry about. They've got a few little stone chips down here on the right hand side where the wing comes out. But again, that sill section looks to be lovely and straight. As we come up that rear quarter, again, no dings or dents, swage line's good. Lovely and tidy, nice and red. Around the arch, nice and slow, so you can have a good look at that. Again, no visible rust. Paintwork's nice and flat. As we come down the bottom, put all this PPF on. A little bit down here, very, very small amount there on the right-hand side, where it meets that lower valance of the rear bumper. Sits nice and flush. We'll quickly jump up onto the roof. Around the fuel cap, no big scratches around the fuel cap. Still got the original little flap in there. All nice and tidy in there. Up onto the sunroof now, and across the front of the roof, no stone chips or rust on the leading edge of the roof. As you come around the sunroof, got a little bit of a mark here on the back of the sunroof on the right hand side, and a little bit here in the middle, but nice and tidy around the sunroof. No corrosion coming through down the edge of the panel there. Down that big hatch is all nice and clear, no scratching to that. The rubber spoiler is all nice and soft. It's not going to crack when you open the boot. As we come round the corner into the body line, no corrosion there, where you normally get some down here as well. All nice and straight around the bumper corner, no scuffs or scrapes. We'll do the lower half first. You can see that lower valance is all nice and tidy. As we come up onto the middle section of the bumper, again, the rubber is nice and black, nice and straight. See, it's a little bit, coming out a little bit there. Rear lights are lovely and clear, crack-free on both sides, as is the top half of the boot, which Toby has just opened, which works on the button in the car, which is nice to see. Again, you normally get some corrosion across the top half. Tiny little bit here on the left-hand side. Again, lovely and straight down the passenger side as we come down onto the left-hand rear quarter. Again, nice and tidy around the arch, no visible rust coming through on the arch. Very, very usable, this one. Again, lovely and tidy across the body line. Top half of the quarter here, a few little bits in the paint, but nothing really to worry about there at all. As you come down the quarter onto the sill section. A few stone chips on the lower half, but no corrosion coming through there. Nice and straight along the left-hand side sill section. As we come up the passenger door, same condition again. Lovely and straight across the passenger door. No big scratches around the handles. All nice and tidy. A few little bits in the paint there, I've just noticed. And a tiny little bit starting on the left-hand side next to the windscreen. Across the front wing, where you normally get some corrosion again, lovely and tidy on this one. As you come around that arch nice and slow, you'll see there's no visible rust again on the front arch. Sitting lovely and level on this side as well. Like I say, very, very nice and usable, enjoyable car this, especially with it being automatic. I know some people won't like that, but there's a lot of people now that just drive automatics into this sort of pinstripe interior. Door card's all right. Once it warrants a bit of a clean here on the bottom there, you can see as we go into the driver's seat, nice and straight and tidy on the driver's seat. Normally these are ripped to death by now. A little bit of wear on the bottom there, you can see it's just sort of rubbed through the colour on the piping, but you've got no rips or tears on the swab itself. Nice and firm when you push on it. Steering wheel is nice and tidy, a little bit of wear at the top. Across the dashboard you've got no cracks. All lovely and straight across that dash. As you come down the centre console, you see your aftermarket head unit fitted there. All nice and tidy across the armrest and around the gear selector. Dials nice and clear and easy to read. You've got black carpet set in here, protecting the mats underneath. We'll get Toby to check to see if the seats work when we get the car started up. Into the back now. They look okay. You've got a little bit of a mark here where the seatbelt plug will see. As you'll see, there is no rear seat belts in there, but apart from that, they're all right in there. Door cards are good. Headlighting is nice and tidy with that lift out sunroof. Cream carpets are good throughout the car. Into the boot now. Still got the parcel shelf, which is nice to see there. I'll gently pull that out. That's in working order, no rips or tears in that, and it recoils, which is a rarity on a 944. Boot carpet itself's got a few little marks on, but apart from that, it's nice and clean. We'll have a little look in those little side tub wells there where you normally get some corrosion. Obviously the batteries on this side, isolator fitted as well there. Just fold this forward very gently to have a look at the boot floor and the spare wheel. Get Toby to put that back while we go into the left hand side, into the passenger side front again. Door card wants a little bit of clean on the lower half there, but there's no rips or tears in that. Top half is all nice and crack free. Dashboard from the left hand side, again crack free, black mats with the carpets underneath. Passenger seat itself seems to be nice and straight. You've got a bit of a mark down here on the passenger side, but the bolster again lovely and tidy, no rips or tears in the bolster itself. Into the back passenger seat, obviously you can see that mark there where the seatbelt buckle's supposed to come through. Again, all nice and presentable in there. Into the engine bay now, 2.5 litre petrol engine. That's all right in there. Nice and tidy as you come down the wing tops on both sides. Being really picky, it probably wants a little bit of a clean, but sort of car that you go to show and open the bonnet. Toby's going to fire it up for us here. Firing straight up there. No hesitation from that at all. Got good oil pressure. We'll have a look at the gauge in a second and we'll check that driver's seat to see if it's working. Toby's going to... all nice and tidy in there. Do the oil pressure. It's manual back and forward. It's just the up and down buttons. Normally the buttons are a little bit funny. The seat is working up and down on the front and back there, so that is all working. Straight up at the oil pressure, you can see that there, no problems at all with that. We've got a seatbelt warning light on because obviously no one's got a seatbelt on. And there you have it, 1986 Porsche 944 2.5 automatic in Guards Red.